Hello, everyone. I'm Elena, and I'm absolutely thrilled you're here with me today. Have you ever felt that little flutter of nervousness when you wanted to speak English, but the words just wouldn't come out? Or maybe you've dreamed of confidently chatting in English, just like you do in your native language. If so, then you've landed in the absolute perfect place. This isn't just another English lesson. This is your personal invitation to a dynamic daily space where you can practice, learn, and truly speak English with me. For the next 1 hour, we're going to dive into a long, relaxing, and incredibly useful conversation, just like two friends catching up. Forget about stressing over mistakes, perfecting your accent, or how quickly you speak. Those worries are gone. The only thing that truly matters here is that you immerse yourself. Listen actively, repeat out loud, and genuinely enjoy every step of your English learning journey. So take a deep breath, grab your favorite comfort drink, a warm cup of tea, a refreshing glass of water, or your morning coffee, and find that cozy spot. Whether you want to relax, sit up straight, or even lie down, this is your time, your space to practice English without any pressure whatsoever. I'll be speaking clearly and slowly, making sure you catch every single word. Feel completely free to repeat after me whenever you like, or simply let the words wash over you. I'll be asking you questions, and I highly encourage you to answer out loud. Trust me, engaging in conversation with yourself in English is one of the most powerful and often overlooked ways to truly master the language. Are you ready to unlock your English speaking potential and take your fluency to the next level? Let's get started. Now let's talk about daily routines. I'll tell you about mine first, and then you can share yours. In the morning, I typically wake up at 7 o'clock. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and have a glass of warm water. Then I prepare breakfast. Usually I have eggs, toast, and a cup of tea. After breakfast, I get ready for work. My work usually begins at 9 a.m. I teach English classes and also focus on creating helpful content, just like this video. In the afternoon, I have lunch around 1 o'clock. I like to eat rice, various vegetables, and sometimes chicken. After lunch, I take a short break to rest and then continue with my work. In the evening, I enjoy going for a walk or doing some light exercise. I have dinner at 8 o'clock and then I unwind by reading a book or watching a movie. I usually go to bed by 10:30. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your daily routine. What time do you wake up? What do you eat for breakfast? When do you start your work or studies? What do you do in the evening? Try to say it all in English. If you want, you can repeat my sentences and simply change the details to match your own life. For practice, you could say, I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I brush my teeth and take a shower. For breakfast, I eat bread and butter with a cup of coffee. I start my work at 8 o'clock. I have lunch at 12:30 in the afternoon. In the evening, I watch TV or go for a walk. I have dinner at 7:30 and go to bed at 10. Try to say it out loud now. Fantastic work. Speaking about your routine is an excellent way to practice everyday vocabulary and sentence structures. Now let's practice some simple conversations you might have in daily life. Imagine you meet someone for the very first time. How would you start the conversation? You could say, "Hello, how are you?" Or, "Hi, nice to meet you." Let's practice together. Repeat after me. "Hello, how are you?" "I'm doing well, thank you." "And you?" "Nice to meet you. What's your name?" "My name is Elena. Where are you from?" "I am from Canada. How about you? Where do you live?" "I live in a small town near the mountains. It's a beautiful place with lots of trees and clean air." Now it's your turn. You can answer these questions about yourself out loud. Perfect. Now let's imagine we are at a cafe, ordering something to eat and drink. I'll be the customer and you can be the waiter. I will start. Good afternoon. Could I see the menu, please? Your turn to answer. Yes, here's the menu. I will then say, thank you. I'd like a cup of coffee and a piece of chocolate cake, please. And you can reply, certainly. Would you care for anything else? I'll say, no, thank you. That's all for now. And you'll say, all right, your order will be ready in a few minutes. Well done. These little role play conversations help you practice the kind of English you might use every day. You can practice them alone or with a friend. Now let's try another situation. Imagine you're at a store buying clothes. You might say, excuse me, how much is this shirt? The shopkeeper replies, it's $20. You can say, may I try it on? The shopkeeper says, yes, the fitting room is right over there. After trying it on, you can say, it fits well, I'll take it. Then the shopkeeper might say, great, would you like to pay with cash or card? You say, I'll pay by card. Thank you. Let's practice those sentences together. Repeat after me. Excuse me, how much is this shirt? May I try it on? It fits well, I'll take it. Would you like to pay with cash or card? I'll pay by card. Thank you. Excellent job. Now let's practice describing things around us. Look around you right now. What do you see? I see a table, a chair, a laptop, and a cup of tea. There's also a window and some books on the shelf. Now you try. Look around your room or wherever you are and say out loud the things you can see. You can say, I see a table. I see a chair. I see a fan. I see a book. I see a bottle of water. I see a bag. I see a television. Keep going for as long as you like. This is a good way to build your vocabulary and practice speaking without needing to form long sentences. Very good. Now let's practice asking for directions. Imagine you are in a new city and you don't know where the bus station is. You can ask someone, excuse me, could you tell me where the bus station is? The person might reply, sure, go straight, then turn left. It's right next to the bank. You can say, thank you very much. Let's practice this together. Repeat after me. Excuse me, could you tell me where the bus station is? Sure, go straight, then turn left. It's next to the bank. Thank you very much. You're welcome. All right, you're doing great so far. Now, let's practice talking about hobbies. Hobbies are those wonderful activities we love to do in our free time. I'll tell you about some of mine first. I really enjoy reading books. I also find pleasure in listening to music and watching movies. Sometimes I go for long, relaxing walks in the park. On weekends, I particularly like to cook new recipes and try different dishes. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your hobbies. What do you like to do when you have free time? Say it in English. You can say, I like reading novels. I enjoy playing cricket. I love listening to songs. I go swimming on weekends. I like cooking new dishes. I watch movies in the evening. Keep going and say as many as you can. This is a fantastic way to practice speaking about yourself. Let's have a little practice conversation about hobbies. I'll start. What are your hobbies? You answer. Good. Now I'll say, oh, that's interesting. How often do you do it? You can reply, I do it every weekend, or I do it in my free time. Then I'll say, that sounds fun. I also enjoy reading books and listening to music. Now it's your turn to repeat the whole conversation, trying to use your own hobbies. Great job. Now let's practice asking for help. Sometimes when we're in a new place or a tricky situation, we need to ask someone for assistance. Let's practice some polite ways to do just that. Repeat after me. Excuse me, could you help me, please? Could you please tell me where the bank is located? Can you show me the way to the supermarket? I apologize for bothering you, but I need some assistance. I'm trying to find the train station. Could you help me locate it? Thank you very much. Now imagine you are lost in a large shopping mall. You could say, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the exit is?" The person might reply, "Yes, it's on the first floor, near the food court." You can then say, "Thank you so much." Repeat this conversation out loud. This is really useful. Now let's practice making small talk. Small talk refers to those light, casual conversations we have with people we might just meet, perhaps at a party, in a park, or in a waiting room. These conversations are generally short and polite. Let's give it a try. I'll start. "Hi, how are you today?" You answer. Good. Now I'll say, "It's a lovely day, isn't it?" You reply, "Yes, it certainly is." Then I'll ask, "Are you from around here?" You answer, "Yes, I live nearby," or "No, I'm just visiting." Excellent. Now try having a short, small talk conversation by yourself. This really helps build confidence in casual English. All right, now let's practice talking about travel. Traveling is a truly exciting topic that many people enjoy discussing. I'll tell you about my favorite travel destination. I absolutely love going to the beach. I find immense joy in walking on the soft sand and listening to the soothing sound of the waves. I also enjoy visiting mountains and forests. The fresh air and beautiful natural views always make me feel happy and incredibly relaxed. Now it's your turn. Tell me about a place you like to visit. Is it the beach, the mountains, a busy city, or a peaceful village? Say it in English. You can say, "I like to visit the beach." "I enjoy going to the mountains." "My favorite city to visit in London." "I love traveling to new places." "I enjoy road trips with my family." Keep speaking out loud about your favorite travel destinations. Let's have a quick travel conversation. I'll start, "Where do you like to travel?" You answer. Now I'll say, "Oh, that sounds wonderful. When did you last travel?" You can say, "I traveled last month," or "I haven't traveled recently." Then I'll say, "I hope you get to travel again soon." Now you repeat the entire conversation, practicing your responses. Very good. Now let's practice making simple sentences using common verbs. I will say a sentence and you can repeat after me. I eat breakfast at 7 o'clock. I drink tea every morning. I go to work at 9 o'clock. I watch TV in the evening. I read a book before bed. I listen to music when I'm cooking. I like to walk in the park. I cook dinner for my family. I study English every day. I sleep at 10 o'clock. You can also try making your own sentences using these verbs: eat, drink, go, watch, read, listen, like, cook, study, sleep. For example, I eat rice for lunch. I drink coffee in the evening. I go to the market on Sundays. Now it's your turn. Try to make at least 5 sentences out loud. Wonderful, you're speaking so well. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep repeating these sentences and you will get better every day. Now let's talk about the weather. Talking about the weather is one of the easiest and most common topics in daily conversations. People love to discuss the weather when they meet someone, especially when they're not sure what else to talk about. It's a polite and friendly way to start a conversation, so let's practice some simple sentences about the weather. You can repeat after me. It's a sunny day today. The sky is clear and blue. It's very hot outside. I need a cold drink. It's raining a lot. Don't forget to take your umbrella. It's cloudy and cool. I think it might rain soon. It's very cold today. I am wearing my warm jacket. It's snowing. The streets are covered with snow. Now look outside your window and describe the weather in your area. You can say, it's sunny here, or it's a little cloudy, or it's very hot today, or it's raining, or it's cool and windy. Whatever the weather is like, describe it in English. Now let's imagine a conversation about the weather. I'll be Elena, and you can be my friend. I'll start. Hello, how are you today? Now you answer. Good. Now I'll say, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? And you say, yes, it is. The sun is shining and the sky is clear. Now I'll say, I hope it stays like this all day. You reply, me too, I love sunny weather. Perfect. Now you try to have a short weather conversation by yourself. You can also use words like hot, cold, cloudy, sunny, windy, stormy, foggy, or snowy. Excellent. Now let's practice talking about food. Food is always a fantastic topic for conversation. Everyone loves to eat, and discussing favorite dishes can be a lot of fun. I'll share some of my go-to foods, and then you can tell me about yours. I absolutely adore pizza. It's definitely one of my top choices. I like mine with extra cheese, ripe tomatoes, and olives. I also really enjoy pasta, fried rice, grilled chicken, and crisp, fresh salads. For dessert, I can't resist chocolate cake and ice cream. Now, what about you? What are your favorite foods? Say them out loud in English. You could say, I like pizza. I love eating noodles. My favorite food is biryani. I enjoy chocolate cake. I like drinking cold coffee. I eat fresh fruits every morning. Keep saying more sentences about what you like to eat and drink. The more you speak, the better. Now, let's practice ordering food at a restaurant. I'll be the server and you can be the customer. I'll start. Good evening. Welcome to our restaurant. May I take your order, please? Now it's your turn to answer. You could say, yes, I would like a chicken sandwich and a glass of orange juice, please. Then I'll ask, would you care for anything else? You can reply, no thank you, that's all for now. I'll then say, okay, your order will be ready in a few minutes. See, very simple and easy. You can also try making more sentences like, I would like a cup of coffee. Could I please have a glass of water? I'd like a bowl of soup. Please bring me a chicken burger. May I have some French fries? Repeat these sentences out loud. Fantastic. You're doing great. Next, let's practice talking about family. Family is a very important part of our lives, and we often discuss them with others. I'll tell you a little about my family. I have a small family. There are 4 of us. My father, my mother, my younger brother, and me. My father is a doctor. My mother is a teacher. My brother is a student. We love spending time together on weekends, often doing activities as a group. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your family. You can say, I have a big family. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. My father is a businessman. My mother is a homemaker. I have a younger sister. We live together in one house. Keep talking about your family members, giving as much detail as you like. Let's practice a family conversation. I'll start. How many people are there in your family? You answer. Good. Now I'll say, what does your father do for a living? You reply. Then I'll ask, do you have any brothers or sisters? You answer. Great. Now repeat the conversation one more time, really focusing on your pronunciation and flow. Excellent work so far. Speaking about yourself, your family, hobbies, food, and travel is an incredibly effective way to improve your English fluency. Let's now talk about shopping. Shopping is an activity we all do regularly, whether we're going to the local market, a large supermarket, a busy mall, or even shopping online. It's also a great topic for practicing your English. I'll begin by telling you about my shopping habits. I usually go shopping on weekends. I like to buy groceries, clothes, and sometimes books. I often visit the supermarket near my house. It has everything I need. I enjoy looking at different products and comparing prices. Sometimes I shop online when I don't have time to go out. I order clothes, cosmetics, and even groceries from online stores. What about you? Do you enjoy shopping? Say it out loud in English. You can say, I love shopping. I go shopping on Sundays. I buy fruits and vegetables from the market. I shop for clothes during sales. I enjoy shopping for gifts. Let's practice a short conversation about shopping. I'll start. Where do you typically go shopping? You answer. Now I'll say, what do you usually buy? You reply. Then I'll ask, do you enjoy online shopping? You answer, yes, I do. Or, no, I prefer visiting physical stores. Well done. Now you can repeat this conversation and try changing your answers each time for even better practice. Now let's practice asking about prices. When you're out shopping, it's really important to know how to inquire about the cost of an item in English. Let's practice these phrases together. How much is this shirt? What's the price of this bag? How much do these shoes cost? Can you tell me the price of this watch? Is this item on sale? Do you have any discounts available? Repeat these sentences after me. Now imagine you're in a market and you want to buy a pair of shoes. You can say, excuse me, how much are these shoes? The shopkeeper might reply, they are $50. You could then say, can you give me a discount? This is a good way to practice real-life shopping conversations. Let's move on to talking about your daily routine again, but this time with a bit more detail. Discussing your daily routine is a common topic in conversations, interviews, and even classrooms, so it's excellent practice. I'll tell you about my daily routine first. I wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and have a cup of tea. Then I take a shower and get ready for the day. I eat my breakfast at 8 a.m. After breakfast, I start my work. I work for a few hours and then I have my lunch at 1 p.m. In the evening, I often go for a walk in the park. Sometimes I watch a movie or listen to music. I have my dinner at 8 p.m. and then I relax for a while before going to bed at 10 p.m. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your daily routine in English. You can say, I wake up at 6 a.m. I brush my teeth and take a shower. I eat my breakfast at 7 o'clock. I go to school at 8 o'clock. I have lunch at 1 p.m. I do my homework in the afternoon. I play games in the evening. I watch TV at night. I go to bed at 10 p.m. Keep speaking about your routine. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Let's have a conversation about daily routine. I'll start. What time do you wake up? You answer. Good. Now I'll say, what do you do after breakfast? You reply. Then I'll ask, what time do you go to bed? You answer. Excellent. Now you can practice this conversation with yourself or a friend, changing the details to match your life. Next, let's practice talking about health. Our well-being is incredibly important, and it's a common topic of conversation with friends, family, or even medical professionals. Let's start with some simple sentences to describe how you feel. I am feeling quite well today. I have a slight headache. I've caught a cold. I'm not feeling well. I might need to see a doctor. I make sure to drink plenty of water to stay healthy. I go for a walk every morning. Please repeat these sentences after me. Now let's imagine you're at a doctor's office. The doctor might ask, what seems to be the problem? You could reply, I have a fever. The doctor then asks, how long have you been experiencing this? You answer, for 2 days. The doctor might then say, all right, I'll prescribe some medicine. Please get plenty of rest and drink lots of fluids. You'd respond, thank you, doctor. Repeat this short conversation out loud. Let's also talk about healthy habits. I'll share some of mine. I try to drink 8 glasses of water every day. I make sure to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. I avoid processed or unhealthy food. I aim to sleep for 8 hours each night. I go for a walk every morning. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your healthy habits in English. You could say, I drink lemon water in the morning. I eat an apple daily. I go jogging in the park. I steer clear of sugary drinks. I go to bed early. Keep speaking and practicing these phrases. You're doing a great job. Now let's practice talking about holidays. These are special days when people relax, travel, or celebrate. I'll tell you about one of my favorite holidays. My favorite holiday is New Year's Day. I love celebrating it with my family and closest friends. We often have a special dinner, and we count down together until midnight. We also like to make New Year's resolutions for the year ahead. It's a wonderful time to spend with loved ones. What about you? What's your favorite holiday? Say it in English. You can say, my favorite holiday is Christmas. I enjoy celebrating Eid. I love going to the beach during holidays. I visit my grandparents on holidays. I travel to new cities during holidays. Now let's practice a conversation about holidays. I'll start. Which holiday do you enjoy the most? You answer. Then I'll say, how do you celebrate it? You reply. And then I'll ask, who do you spend it with? You answer. Great work. Repeat this conversation several times, using different holidays and ways you celebrate them. All right, now let's talk about feelings and emotions. It's important to be able to express how we feel in English. Let's learn some simple sentences. I am happy today. I feel sad. I am very excited. I am nervous. I am bored. I am tired. I am angry. Please repeat these sentences after me. Now let's practice a conversation. I'll start. How are you feeling today? You answer. Then I'll ask, why are you happy? You reply. I'll then say, that's wonderful. I hope you continue to feel happy. Now you repeat this conversation with your own answers, expressing how you truly feel. Let's also practice talking about things you like and dislike. This is a great topic for getting to know new people. Let's practice. I enjoy reading books. I don't care for bitter vegetables. I love listening to music. I dislike waking up early. I really enjoy watching movies. I don't find driving in traffic enjoyable. I like playing games. I dislike very crowded places. Now, please repeat these sentences after me. Let's practice a conversation. I'll start. What do you like to do in your free time? You answer. Then I'll ask, is there anything you genuinely don't enjoy doing? You reply. Finally, I'll ask, why don't you like it? You answer. Now practice this conversation using your own hobbies, activities, and dislikes. It's an excellent way to personalize your English practice. Now let's talk about time. Asking for and telling the time is a very useful skill in everyday life. Let's practice some examples. What time is it? It's 5 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. It's 10 minutes to 8. Repeat these sentences after me. Now imagine someone asks you, what time is it? You can answer, it's 3 o'clock, or whatever the current time is in your location. Keep practicing this. Next, let's talk about directions and locations. This is a highly useful topic, especially when you're visiting a new place or city and need to ask for guidance. Well, it's also a great way to practice giving and receiving instructions. Let's start with some simple sentences you can use to ask for directions. Repeat after me. Excuse me, how can I get to the train station? Could you please tell me the way to the hospital? Where's the nearest ATM? Is there a supermarket nearby? How far is the bus stop from here? Now let's practice some sentences you can use to give directions. Go straight ahead. Turn left. Turn right. It's near the park. It's next to the bank. It's opposite the school. It's behind the restaurant. It's in front of the cinema. Please repeat these sentences after me. Now imagine someone asks you, excuse me, where is the library? You could answer, go straight and turn left. The library is next to the park, or you might say, it's opposite the bank. Practice different ways of giving directions. You can also practice by imagining different places like the hospital, supermarket, cinema, or train station, and describe how to reach them. Next, let's practice talking about the seasons. In many parts of the world, there are 4 main seasons: spring, summer, autumn or fall, and winter. Each season brings its own unique weather patterns, activities, and typical clothing. Let's practice some simple sentences about seasons. I like spring because the flowers begin to bloom. Summer is usually very hot in my city. I enjoy eating ice cream in summer. In autumn, the leaves fall from the trees. Winter is very cold. I wear warm clothes during winter. Repeat these sentences after me. Now let's talk about your favorite season. You can say, my favorite season is spring. I love winter. I enjoy swimming in summer. I don't particularly like autumn because it's often windy. Now let's practice a short conversation. I'll start. Which season do you like the most? You answer. Then I'll ask, why do you like it? You reply. And finally, what activities do you enjoy doing in that season? You answer. Excellent. Now repeat this conversation several times, using your own preferences. Let's move on to practicing talking about jobs and professions. This is a common conversation starter when you meet new people. I'll tell you about different types of jobs first. A medical doctor treats sick individuals. A teacher educates students. A driver operates vehicles. A farmer cultivates crops. A business person manages commercial ventures. A police officer ensures public safety. A chef prepares culinary dishes. An engineer designs structures and systems. Repeat these sentences after me. Now, let's talk about what you aspire to be. You can say, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a pilot. I want to be a scientist. I want to be a singer. Now let's practice a conversation. I'll start. What do you do for work or study? You answer. Then I'll ask, do you enjoy your job studies? You reply. And then, what do you like the most about what you do? You answer. Now you can repeat this conversation and try changing the jobs each time for more practice. Now let's practice talking about the days of the week. This is very simple but incredibly useful in daily conversations. Repeat after me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now let's use them in sentences. Today is Monday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. I have a meeting scheduled for Wednesday. I usually go to the park on Thursday. Friday is the last working day of the week. I enjoy watching movies on Saturday. Sunday is usually a day off. Now let's practice a conversation about the days. I'll start. What day is it today? You answer. Then I'll ask, what do you usually do on weekends? You reply. And finally, which is your favorite day of the week? You answer. Well done. Next, let's talk about the months of the year. There are 12 months in a year. Let's repeat them together. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Now let's use them in sentences. My birthday is in January. I like the weather in April. June marks the beginning of summer. We typically have holidays in August. December is often very cold. Repeat these sentences after me. Let's practice a conversation about months. I'll start. When is your birthday? You answer. Then I'll ask, which month do you like the most? You reply. And then, why do you like that particular month? You answer. Excellent. Now repeat this conversation using your own birth month and favorite months. Let's practice using colors in conversation. Colors are easy to learn and very common in daily discussions. Let's name some colors. Red, blue, yellow, green, black, white, pink, orange, brown, purple. Now let's use them in sentences. My favorite color is blue. I enjoy wearing black clothes. This flower is a vibrant red. The sky is clear and blue today. Bananas are typically yellow. Grass is usually green. Now let's have a conversation about colors. I'll start. What's your favorite color? You answer. Then I'll ask, why do you like it? You reply. Great. Keep practicing with different answers and colors you like. Now let's talk about festivals. Festivals are special events that people celebrate with family and friends. I'll name a few well-known festivals. Christmas, Eid, Diwali, New Year's Day, Halloween. Now let's use them in sentences. I celebrate Christmas with my family. I visit my relatives on Eid. We decorate our house for Diwali. I make a New Year's resolution every year. I might wear a costume on Halloween. Now let's practice a conversation. I'll start. Which festival do you like the most? You answer. Then I'll say, how do you celebrate it? You reply. Great job. Let's move on to practicing talking about transportation. There are many different ways to travel from one place to another. Let's name some: car, bus, train, bicycle, airplane, boat, motorcycle. Now let's use them in sentences. I go to school by bus. I travel to other cities by train. I enjoy riding my bicycle. I have never traveled by airplane before. I enjoy boat rides on the lake. Now let's have a conversation about transportation. I'll start. How do you typically go to work or school? You answer. Then I'll ask, have you ever traveled by plane? You reply. Excellent. Keep practicing describing how you travel to different places. Finally, let's talk about sports. Sports are a fantastic conversation topic, as many people have a favorite team or activity. Let's name some popular sports: cricket, football or soccer, basketball, tennis, badminton, swimming, running. Now let's use them in sentences. I love playing cricket. My favorite sport is football. I watch basketball matches on television. I play tennis with my friend. I go swimming every Sunday. I enjoy running in the park. Now let's have a conversation about sports. I'll start. Which sport do you like the most? You answer. Then I'll ask, do you play it or just watch it? You reply. And then I'll ask, who is your favorite player in that sport? You answer. Excellent. Keep practicing and talking about your favorite sports and athletes. Let's dive into talking about clothing. Knowing how to describe what you're wearing or what you like to wear is a common and practical skill. Let's name some everyday clothes: shirt, trousers, jeans, skirt, t-shirt, jacket, sweater, dress. Now let's put them into sentences. I am wearing a blue shirt. She's dressed in a red dress. I just purchased a new jacket. It's quite chilly, so I'm wearing a warm sweater. He really enjoys wearing jeans. Please repeat these sentences after me. Now let's practice a short conversation. I'll ask, what are you wearing today? You answer out loud. Then I'll say, what's your favorite type of dress or outfit? You reply, good job. Now let's explore the delightful world of food. This is one of the most common and enjoyable topics to discuss in English. Everyone has different food preferences based on their culture, lifestyle, and taste. Let me share some of my favorites. I absolutely love eating pasta. I enjoy trying out new recipes and experimenting with various flavors. Sometimes I prepare meals at home, and other times I order from a restaurant. My favorite cuisine is Italian, but I also really enjoy Indian and Chinese dishes. What about you? What's your favorite food? Say it out loud in English. You can say, my favorite food is pizza. I really like spicy food. I enjoy eating rice and chicken. I eat fruits every day. I drink a lot of water. Let's practice some food-related questions and answers. I'll ask, what do you typically like to eat for breakfast? You can answer, I like to eat eggs and toast. Now I'll ask, do you prefer tea or coffee? You can say, I prefer tea. Then I'll ask, how often do you eat out at restaurants? You reply, I eat out once a week. Practice these questions with different answers each time to become more fluent. Let's continue. What do you usually eat for lunch? You can say, I usually eat rice, vegetables, and chicken. What's your favorite fruit? You might say, I love mangoes. I enjoy bananas. I eat apples every day. Keep going, naming and describing different foods. Let's talk about healthy eating too. It's crucial to eat healthily to stay strong and active. You can say, I eat vegetables every day. I drink milk in the morning. I avoid processed snacks. I eat home-cooked meals. I drink lemon water. These simple sentences help you describe your healthy lifestyle. Now imagine you're at a restaurant. Let's practice some sentences you might use. I'd like to order a sandwich. Could I please see the menu? I'll have a glass of orange juice. I don't want anything too spicy. May I have some water, please? Practice these sentences out loud. Now let's talk about hobbies and free time activities. A hobby is something you genuinely enjoy doing when you're not working or studying. I'll tell you about my hobbies. I really enjoy reading books. I also find pleasure in painting and drawing. And I absolutely love listening to music. Sometimes I spend my free time writing in my journal. What about you? What are your hobbies? Say them out loud in English. You can say, I enjoy playing the guitar. I love watching movies. I like cooking new and interesting dishes. I read novels in my free time. I go cycling in the evening. These sentences are straightforward and will certainly help you start conversations in English. Let's practice a conversation about hobbies. I'll start. What are your hobbies? You answer. Now I'll say, how often do you engage in these activities? You reply, then I'll ask, do you do them alone or with friends? You answer. Great job. Now try changing your hobbies and repeat the conversation. You could say, I play badminton with my brother. I go walking every morning. I watch TV shows at night. I do yoga on weekends. Keep practicing until you feel completely comfortable talking about your leisure time. Let's discuss making plans. Planning is a daily part of our lives, whether it's arranging to meet friends, going out, or organizing activities. Let's learn some useful sentences for making plans. Are you free this weekend? Would you like to get coffee sometime? Let's meet up at the shopping center. What time works best for us to meet? Where should we go? I'm a bit busy on Saturday. How about Sunday instead? These phrases are simple and very useful for casual conversations. Now, please repeat them after me. Imagine you're making plans with a friend. I'll start. Hey, do you want to go to the park tomorrow? You answer. Then I'll say, what time should we meet? You reply. I'll suggest, let's meet at 5 p.m. You'll respond, great, see you then. Practice this type of dialogue several times. Try suggesting different activities like going to a movie, visiting a cafe, or going shopping. Use your imagination and practice speaking naturally. Let's now practice making phone calls in English. This is a very valuable skill for both formal and informal situations. Let's learn some common phrases. Hello, may I speak with the manager? Hi, this is Elena. How are you doing? I'm calling to discuss our upcoming meeting. Could you please call me back later? I apologize. I believe you have the wrong number. Thank you for your call. Goodbye. Now practice saying these sentences. Let's try a short phone conversation. I'll start. Hello, is this the correct number? You answer, yes, speaking. I'll say, hi, this is Elena. How are you? You reply. I'll then say, I was wondering if we're still meeting today. You say, yes, at 6 p.m. I'll respond, great, I'll see you then. You say, bye. Repeat this dialogue and try creating your own phone call scenarios. It will really help improve your fluency in these situations. Now let's talk about family. Everyone has a family, and it's a very common topic in everyday conversation. I'll tell you a bit about mine. I have a small family. I live with my parents and my younger brother. My father works as a teacher and my mother is a homemaker. My brother is currently a student. We enjoy spending quality time together and we often go out on weekends. Now it's your turn. You can talk about your family in English. You might say, I live in a large extended family. I have two sisters and one brother. My father is a medical professional. My mother works in an office environment. We all have dinner together every evening. My grandparents also live with us. I truly love my family. Let's practice a conversation about family. I'll start, how many members are there in your family? You answer. Then I'll ask, what does your father do for a living? You reply. Now I'll say, do you have any brothers or sisters? You answer. Great. Now practice talking about your family in your own words, using as much detail as you can. Let's practice talking about the weather. It's a fantastic topic for casual, small talk. Let's learn some basic sentences. It's sunny today. It's raining outside. It's extremely cold today. It's hot and humid. It's cloudy but dry. It's snowing. The weather is quite pleasant today. Repeat these sentences after me. They're easy to say and very useful. Let's imagine a short conversation about the weather. I'll say, how's the weather today? You reply, it's sunny and warm. I'll then say, do you enjoy this kind of weather? You say, yes, I love sunny days. Keep practicing with different weather conditions. You could say, I enjoy rainy days. I don't like hot weather. I love winter because of the snow. I like spring because of the beautiful flowers. Use different sentences to talk about the weather every day. This will definitely help you improve your fluency and vocabulary. Let's now practice talking about travel. Travel is a fun and engaging topic that many people love to discuss. Exploring new places is always exciting. Let me tell you about a trip I enjoyed last year. I visited the mountains with my friends. We stayed there for 3 days. The weather was lovely, and we really enjoyed hiking and taking lots of photos. It was a truly wonderful experience. Now tell me about a place you have visited. You could say, I went to the beach last summer. I visited my grandparents in their village. I went to another city for a wedding. I traveled by train to a new town. I stayed in a hotel for 2 nights. Practice these sentences in your own way. Let's have a conversation about travel. I'll start. Have you traveled recently? You answer. Then I'll ask, where did you go? You reply. I'll then say, did you enjoy it? You answer, great work. Keep practicing by talking about different places and experiences. Now let's practice describing things around us. This is a super helpful skill when you want to give more details or tell someone about something. Let's practice with some examples. This backpack feels quite heavy. That chair is made of solid wood. My mobile phone is black and sleek. This room is compact but very clean. My footwear is worn and soiled. That table is large and circular. Please repeat these sentences after me and then try creating a few of your own, describing objects you see right now. Next, let's practice describing people. Using descriptive words or adjectives helps bring people to life in your conversations. Try these. She is tall and slender. He has short, dark hair. He's wearing a bright red shirt. Her face shows a friendly smile. He appears a bit tired. She is a very approachable person. Now try describing yourself, your friends, or even people you know using these kinds of words. For example, I have curly hair. I'm currently wearing comfortable pants and a casual top. I have dark eyes. Speaking about people in English is a fantastic way to expand your vocabulary. Let's move on to talking about your daily habits and routines. These are the small actions we do every single day, like getting ready in the morning, working, or relaxing in the evening. They're simple but very practical topics for English conversation. Let's practice some sentences together. I wake up at 7 a.m. each morning. I brush my teeth and wash my face. I take a refreshing shower. I eat my breakfast at 8 a.m. I head out for work at 9 a.m. I work for about 8 hours. I have lunch at 1 p.m. I return home at 6 p.m. I watch television for an hour. I enjoy dinner with my family. I go to bed at 10 p.m. Now repeat these sentences after me. Let's try a conversation about daily routines. I'll start with a question. What time do you wake up? You answer. Good. Now I'll ask, what do you do after waking up? You reply. Then I'll say, when do you eat breakfast? You answer. And finally, do you go to work or school? You reply. Great. Keep practicing this conversation with different answers that reflect your own life. You could say, I wake up at 6 a.m. I eat breakfast at 7:30 a.m. I study in the morning. I go for a walk after dinner. The more you personalize your answers, the more natural your English will sound. Now let's learn how to talk about your feelings and emotions. It's so important to be able to express how you feel in English. Here are some simple words you can use: happy, sad, angry, excited, nervous, tired, bored, hungry, thirsty. Now let's put them into sentences. I am feeling very happy today. She appears sad. He is feeling nervous about the upcoming exam. I am so excited for our trip. I feel tired after a long day at work. I am bored staying at home. I am hungry. Let's find something to eat. I am thirsty. I really need some water. Repeat these sentences after me. Let's practice a conversation about feelings. I'll start. How are you feeling today? You answer. Now I'll ask, why do you feel that way? You reply. Then I'll say, that's wonderful. I hope you continue to feel happy. Now it's your turn to repeat this conversation using your own honest feelings and reasons. You can also say things like, I feel happy when I listen to my favorite music. I feel good when I visit my close friends. I get excited when I watch a thrilling football match. I feel nervous before an important interview. Practicing these conversations often will really boost your fluency. Now let's practice talking about the things you like and don't like. This is always a great topic when you're meeting new people and getting to know them. Let's practice some examples. I enjoy reading books. I dislike very spicy food. I love listening to music. I can't stand waking up early. I really enjoy watching movies. I don't enjoy driving in heavy traffic. I like playing board games. I dislike crowded places. Now repeat these sentences after me. Let's practice a conversation about likes and dislikes. I'll start. What do you like to do in your free time? You answer. Now I'll say, is there anything you don't particularly enjoy doing? You reply. Then I'll ask, why don't you like it? You answer. Now try practicing this conversation using your own hobbies, activities, and dislikes. It's a great way to express your personal preferences in English. Next up, let's talk about shopping. This is something most of us do regularly, and knowing some key phrases can be incredibly useful. Let's learn from them. How much does this cost? I'd like to purchase a shirt. May I try this on? Is there any discount available? I'm just browsing, thank you. I'll take this item. Could you please package this for me? Do you accept credit cards? Repeat these sentences after me. Now let's practice a short shopping conversation. I'll start. Hello, can I assist you today? You say, yes, I'm looking for a jacket. I say, what size do you require? You reply. I say, here you are. Would you care to try it on? You say, yes, please. I say, it's priced at $50. You reply, can I pay by card? I say, yes, certainly. You say, thank you. I say, you're most welcome. Practice this conversation several times, perhaps imagining different items you might buy. Now let's talk about telling and asking for the time again. This is a fundamental and very useful skill. Let's learn some common phrases. What time is it right now? It's 8 o'clock. It's 8:09. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10:11. I wake up at 7 a.m. I go to bed at 10 p.m. Repeat these sentences after me. Let's practice a conversation about time. I'll start. What time do you usually wake up? You answer, then I'll ask, what time do you usually go to work? You reply, I'll then ask, when do you typically have lunch? You answer, great job. Keep practicing using different times of the day and linking them to your own schedule. Now let's talk about using public places. These are common spots like parks, libraries, bus stops, restaurants, and shopping malls. Let's learn some sentences to describe what you do in these places. I go to the park every morning for a walk. I read books in the library. I wait for the bus at the bus stop. I eat lunch at a restaurant. I shop at the mall on weekends. Repeat these sentences after me. Let's practice a conversation about public places. I'll start. Do you often go to the park? You answer. Then I'll ask, how frequently do you visit the library? You reply. I'll then say, do you dine at restaurants often? You answer. Keep practicing these conversations, relating them to your real-life experiences with different public places. Let's practice talking about festivals again, with a bit more detail. Festivals are special events that people celebrate with family and friends, often steeped in tradition and joy. You can say, I celebrate Christmas with my family. We decorate a tree and exchange thoughtful gifts. On Eid, I wear new clothes and visit relatives. We cook delicious food. On Diwali, we light beautiful lamps and sometimes enjoy fireworks. On New Year's Eve, I stay up until midnight. I also made a resolution for the new year. Now repeat these sentences after me. Let's practice a conversation about festivals. I'll start. Which festival do you enjoy the most? You answer. Then I'll say, how do you typically celebrate it? You reply. I'll then ask, do you celebrate with friends or family? You answer. Now keep practicing, adding in your own favorite festivals and how you experience them to make it more personal and interesting. Now let's talk about travel plans. Making travel plans is an exciting part of life. Let's learn some sentences you can use to discuss your trips. I am planning a trip to the mountains next month. I will travel by train for that journey. I will stay in a comfortable hotel. I plan to go sightseeing and explore the area. I want to visit some famous landmarks. I'm excited to try new local food. Now repeat these sentences after me. Let's practice a travel conversation. I'll start, where are you planning to go on your next trip? You answer. Then I'll ask, how will you travel to get there? You reply. I'll then say, when do you plan to leave? You answer. And where will you stay during your trip? You reply. Great. Keep practicing with different answers and imaginary locations. Finally, let's unlock your inner enthusiast and talk about your favorite things. This is where your personality truly shines in English. We all have things we love, whether it's a color, a celebrity, a food, or a place. Let's practice expressing these preferences. You can say, my favorite color is blue. My favorite actor is Leonardo DiCaprio. My favorite singer is Taylor Swift. My favorite food is pizza. My favorite place is the beach. My favorite sport is football. My favorite movie is Titanic. Now try repeating these sentences after me and remember to say your own favorites. Let's put it into a conversation. I'll start by asking you some questions and I want you to answer out loud with your true preferences. Ready? I'll start. What's your favorite food? You answer. Now I ask, who is your favorite actor? You reply. Then I say, what's your favorite color? You answer. Excellent. Now I encourage you to practice this conversation again, but this time, try talking about other favorites. You can ask yourself about your favorite books, songs, hobbies, places, or even animals. The more you talk about what you love, the more natural and confident your English will become. I hope you found this conversation helpful and that you feel more confident speaking English. Remember, consistency is key. Keep practicing every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. You're doing a fantastic job, and I'm incredibly proud of your effort. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next session. You can also leave a comment below and tell me what you practiced today or what topics you'd like to cover next. Thank you for joining me, Elena, today, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep speaking English. Bye for now.